Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm Sethum and welcome back to another Conan Exiles guide. Today in this video, folks, I'm going to be showing you how to solo the armored skeleton in the unnamed city. Now this is the one-handed sword armored skeletons. There are a total of 3. And so if you folks enjoy this video, please do not forget to support me and the channel by hitting that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and haven't already for more similar content from myself. And if you have just subscribed, don't forget to hit that bell icon so that you get notified when I upload new videos. And why not, check out some of my other videos and guides here on this channel. Who knows, you might just enjoy them. Finally, for those interested, you can always find me on the Sethtopia Discord. Links to this, of course, you can find down below in the video's description, as well as in a pinned comment from myself. So, if you haven't seen any of my previous guides for the bosses in this particular area, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be using a Relic Hunter Treasure Seeker as a companion, which will hopefully, for the most of it, tank the boss. Now, I will get into everything that we need to do as and when we get to it. There is a bit of explaining to do. However, the Relic Hunter Treasure Seekers you can find also in the unnamed city, and I'll show you their locations, the ones that I know so far at least. And so let's carry on with what I'm carrying. As you can see, I've got nothing special. I've got the epic royal armor. It doesn't really give me that much armor value. I've got some arrows with me, but I won't be needing any of these. I've got some food, some potion in my hotbar, and some spoiled meat that I don't need. I've also got some healing arrows, which again I could use if need be. Not that difficult to craft, but for this I will not be needing it. The reason I've got all that stuff in my inventory is because I'm shooting all of these videos at one time. This is where the location of the boss is. So over here we have the Archivist. Next to it we have some these locations with the swords. Now all these locations will have the Relic Hunter Treasure Seekers and a mini boss. You can get the armor, which my Relic Hunter Treasure Seeker is, from a thrall over here. So it's a tier 4 thrall that spawns in, as my Relic Hunter Treasure Seeker is carrying the Flawless Hyperborean armor set. So this is what she's carrying. Obviously I put that on. That is the royal armor from the Witch Queen, just because I don't like how some of the helmets cover up their faces. Now she's also got the Sword of Crom, which is an amazing sword that can be obtained from one of the bosses. I will be using for myself, of course, the Dragon Bone weapons, which I obtained by killing the undead dragon and then reading the tablet. Now these are the best that I think for me. I'm happy with them. They are easy to repair. All it requires is a couple of dragon bones. Killing dragons is ridiculously easy. And with the Sword of Crom does somewhere around 123 damage, I believe. I have put a weapon mod on it that increases the armor penetration. Now the boss is over there to my right. He's got generally 1 or 2 skeletons, depending on how lucky you are. I have seen him with just 1 skeleton archer. So what I'm going to be doing is, if the boss comes towards me, I will be using the axe and the shield. I will be guarding myself and hoping that my thrall over here will kind of engage. So as you can see, this is the Sword of Crom. Amazing sword, however useless in your own hands, because one swing and it will completely drain your stamina. However, on a thrall it does a ridiculous amount of damage. And obviously you might not have that sword, so that's alright. You don't really need that sort of overpowered sword. You can use anything, and I would suggest bringing or making your thrall carry or use one of the best swords that you have access to. That of course does help with taking the boss down. Now because my thrall is carrying one of the best swords currently in the game, she will have done a significant amount of damage to him, as you can see, and that's all while I took down the skeletons. So a big help. Now the way this fight is gonna go, you're gonna heavily rely on your thrall for this. Now she already had a bit of damage done to her, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, from a previous boss that I did. I didn't actually heal her up, so she will be able to take this guy down if I really wanted him down just by herself. But obviously the whole idea is I want to farm these guys, and I want to get the I want to get the shards of power off of him and maybe get some good weapons as well. There are some good weapons and armors that you can obtain from these bosses. Now notice that the boss is facing or focusing on me. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to kind of go around my thrall, use my thrall as an obstacle so that hopefully he then changes his focus to the thrall. So let's kind of run this way. There we go, that should do. So he's now focused on her. Whilst he's doing that, I'm just going to go around the back and start slicing at him. When he focuses on me, I will then, of course, do the exact same over. Now, notice that a skeleton just wandered in and decided to join in. So I'm going to sort the skeleton out. My thrall should be able to withstand that. The whole idea is with your thrall, you want to pretty much equip them with the heaviest armor set, or the best heavy armor set that you possess, because they will do the tanking. Now yes, they have a ton of health, but you want that health to last as long as possible, and you can do that by pretty much giving them the best heavy armor set that you have. Of course you can use other sets of armor, it's just that I spent a lot of time kind of farming for that thrall that has the Hyperborean armor, so that's what I put on her. In terms of weapons, you can use whatever weapon you want. I would recommend a two-handed weapon, something with a lot of damage, so that your thrall can actually help with taking this guy down. Now he is focused on me again, and I'm just trying to get his attention back to my thrall. Now notice, I've only been doing this for a couple of minutes, he's nearly dead, and do bear in mind that this boss is meant to be a two-person boss. Also, due to the way I have spent my points in attributes, I do have 30 points, I believe, in vitality, which does allow me to passively regenerate when not in combat, which is a big feature that I think I've maxed out, if I'm not mistaken, my carry weight, and I think the rest of the points went into strength. So that's pretty much the way I designed my character. Now obviously this is a PvE design, and it helps me because I do like to carry a lot of stuff, and I do like to gather loads of things in the game. And there we go, that's it, he's down. So there we go, we got everything off of him. Now behind the fireplace over there, there is of course a chest. If you want to check that out, you do get gold and silver out of it, but that's it. It's just this easy. There's nothing that complicated with regards to taking down this boss. As I said, there are a total of 3 similar bosses. One has a two-handed sword, the other one a two-handed hammer, and then we have this guy with the one-handed sword. I will be covering all of these bosses in a separate video for each boss. As you can see, she's done quite well with regards to tanking him. Now I'm going to show you the effect of these arrows if you really want to use them. You can use whatever other alternative to heal them, but if you're going to go for one boss after the other, which is totally doable in this formula, just wanted to show you how quickly you can heal them. So she's pretty much almost fully healed. Like I said, this is in case you want to go for all the bosses one after the other, and this is actually quite an achievable feat, and I'll show this in most of my videos as I work my way through the bosses. I will do a boss video for each of the bosses in the unnamed city. So with the shards of power, what you can do is you can either go to the archivist, and behind him to his left side he will have a shelf of scrolls. You can interact with that and get a random scroll which will teach you a specific skill, or you can consume the shard for 10 skill points, or alternately you can use the shards to craft the new items that you will have obtained from the shelf of scrolls that is behind the archivist. Also, it is worth farming these guys, and by that I mean the bosses, for the amazing loot that they do give. They also give legendary repair kits which you can use to repair your legendary items, and amongst that they will also sometimes drop some amazing items, and I do mean, of course, both weapons and some armors. I've seen all the helmets up until now, but they do drop some amazing things with some unique capabilities. So it's definitely worth farming these guys if you are into that, and as I said, you can do this as a single run. So if you folks enjoy this video, please do not forget to support me and the channel by hitting that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and haven't already for more similar content from myself. And if you have just subscribed, don't forget to hit that bell icon so that you get notified when I upload new videos. And why not check out some of my other videos and guides here on this channel. Who knows, you might just enjoy them. Of course, for those interested, you can always find me on the Sethtopia Discord, and links to that you can find down below in the video's description, as well as in a pinned comment from myself. Until next time, stay safe, folks.